is Dikshak Bhatt this side from Team OYG. On behalf of our team, I welcome you all on this second day of a workshop with Sonia ma'am. Now, without a further ado, I would like Sonia ma'am to take over. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I am there. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So, welcome to day two of our workshop, and thank you so much for being here, you guys, and thank you so much for being on time. Let's start without further ado. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's
Okay.
visible.
Okay, so welcome to session two, you guys. I hope you had time to kind of think about, all of these introspective questions that we asked yesterday, and today again is a new day, and it's a new theme. So moving on. Okay. So just kind of recapping about what we did in the previous session, we did, talk about what being present meant to each one of us. We also named and identified our current feeling, which is very basic because we started from what we're feeling right now. And we went on to self-reflection, and then we kind of concluded that with the art of being present with your amazing responses. So today's session, however, is about, yeah. Today's session, if you can see, is called cognitive diffusion. For those of you who are not studying psychology or who are not psychologists, might find it a little difficult, but don't worry. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Okay, so we're good. So just a question out to you guys. I would love for you guys to be interactive. Again, what is the meaning of cognition to you? Okay, what does cognition mean to you? So again, there are no right or wrong answers. Please go ahead and please feel free to express yourself. So what does cognition mean to you? So you can unmute yourself and answer if you're comfortable, or you can, go ahead and, okay. Thinking, perceiving, remembering, and understanding. Okay. Okay. Anyone, I think this is on spot because it's exactly what cognition is. But anyone else?
Hello, Sonia. This is Shalbani.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I feel it's a kind of process that our mind go through while like acquiring any knowledge or learning
Okay.
anything.
Okay. So like mental processes, is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I think.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Higher mental processes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So cognition is basically just thinking. Okay. For everyone thought it was a little complicated. It is just basically thinking. It's just exactly what Kanika and other people said, that it is thinking processes, it's mental processes, it's how we remember and learn and think. So all of that is cognition. Okay. Now coming to what is diffusion. Again, we're not talking about the physics diffusion, but we're talking about we're talking about the psychology diffusion. Okay, so what do you think is diffusion? You can break down the terms if you want to as well, just to kind of have clarity. Yeah, so what is diffusion? So you have fusion and then you have diffusion. So what do you think it would mean? Okay, separation, absolutely. Thank you so much, Aarti. Okay, anyone else? Don't worry, there are no right or wrong answers. We're all here to learn, okay? And we're all here to introspect on ourselves, so don't worry, okay? Sharing our thoughts, okay? Diffusing our thoughts, okay? Disconnect, okay? Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so diffusion is basically detachment, which was just a synonyms of what you guys said, separation and disconnection. So today we're going to be learning how to detach from our thoughts. Okay. Now, as human beings, we're always attached to other people or to. Thank you so much. Disconnection. Yeah. Disappear. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So as human beings, we're always supposed to feel connected, whether it's to material things or to other people or to sometimes even ourselves, right? We're supposed to be connected to ourselves. But how many times have we detached, right? So that's something that we can probably think about. Detaching from our thoughts is something that we usually do unconsciously, but nobody really talks about it. Okay. But what happens when we detach from our negative thoughts, consciously detach and consciously just disconnect with our negative thoughts. Okay, so that's something that we're going to be looking into. Yeah. So again, cognitive diffusion is basically looking at thoughts rather than from them. Okay, so a lot of times when we think about, when we say I am sad, okay, uh, it does not make you a sad person, right? You're feeling sad because of a certain situation or a person or whatever, right? Or a circumstance, okay? Or when you say you're happy, it doesn't mean that you're 24/7 happy. If you're 24/7 just one emotion, then there's please go to a therapist. Okay, because as human beings, it is very normal to undergo so many different emotions. Okay, and it's very normal. So we're going to be looking at thoughts rather than from them. Okay, so that they don't define who we are. Okay, also noticing them rather than getting caught up in them, because I think as human beings, and as I think some of us are professional overthinkers, and we overthink so much that we love getting caught up in these thoughts, whether it's positive or negative sometimes. And we forget to just notice that it's just a thought, right? It'll come and it'll go, right? So you have thoughts, letting them come and go rather than just holding on to them. When you hold on to them, there's no space made, right, in your head or in your mind or in your in your life, right? There's so much space being used because you're just getting you're holding on to all of these thoughts, whether it's positive or negative. Okay, so this is something that we're going to be looking at. Okay, now again, this is something that I want to ask you guys. Now we're going to be seeing thoughts as thoughts, feelings as feelings, and sensations as sensations. What do you think all of this means to you? Okay, so I would love to know what you guys think. What do you think all of this means to you? Okay, so just seeing thoughts as thoughts, feelings as feelings, and sensations. So here we're talking about physical sensations, of course. So physical sensations as physical sensations. So what do you think all of this means to you? So do let me know in the chat, or you can go ahead and unmute yourself and say it out if you want to. Being practical, calling a spade a spade. Okay, okay, makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mind and body connection. Okay, absolutely. Can you elaborate more on that? Because that could mean, that's a very big umbrella term, right? Mind and body connection. That could mean a lot of things. So, what do you mean by that? Okay, so maybe just clarify a little bit. But yeah, seeing thoughts as they are and seeing feelings as they are, it doesn't define who you are. Okay, when for example, when you're feeling anxious, okay, when you're feeling nervous, what happens? You have a thought, okay, of, okay, maybe I have an exam tomorrow, maybe I have an important meeting tomorrow, and you're nervous. So that's how you're feeling, right? And the sensations would be, okay, maybe constantly tapping your feet or sweating or just absolutely being fidgety with your arms, with your fingers sorry, or even with your toes. Okay, being really restless about it. Okay, but all of this does not make you a completely anxious person. You're anxious only because of the situation, right? So your thoughts are different. Okay, even though they kind of build into the same thing. Your thoughts are different, your feelings are different, and your sensations are different. Okay, so if you're feeling anxious or nervous, you might have, you might have different thoughts, maybe not about an important meeting or whatever, but you could also feel, oh, can everyone please mute themselves? Okay. And sensations. So sometimes you might resort to constantly tapping your feet. Sometimes when we're super nervous about an exam, we tend to have loose motions, right? Or sometimes we don't feel like eating, and our stomach gets all jammed up, and we're not hungry, right? So physical sensations can differ. Okay. So can thoughts, and so can feelings, depending on situations. Okay, being mindful and present in the moment, as you explained yesterday. Yes, thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so I did understand that there was a concern with the movie screening yesterday, and like there were a few of you who kind of said we'd like to watch it again. So we're going to watch the movie twice today. Okay, so that there's enough understanding. And if there's any other concern, please let me know, so we can clarify that. And thank you for your honest responses. I'm very happy, so people didn't say like we completely hated it and shit like that. But yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna start playing the video. 1 second. Okay, is everyone able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am, we can see it.
Yes.
So you can hear, right? The audio is clear, right?
Ma'am, there is no audio we can
There's
hear,
no
right?
audio. Okay, okay, just give me a second. 1 second.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay, so were you kind of able to understand a little bit? I think this was a little longer than the previous video, but I'm praying to God that there was no lag. So were you guys able to understand a little bit from, what happened and what was happening?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So do you mind kind of, sharing what you understood and, any interpretations, any reflections, with not just maybe with respect to, your personal life, but also, in general. Yeah.
May I? This is
Yeah,
Tanika.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
All right. I think what was really happening is something that is extremely common that I think has definitely happened with a lot of us at times in our lives, which is that, and this is absolutely subjective. Maybe other people comprehended it differently, but this is how I saw it. That this person wanted to do something and kept trying for it, and even though people get like peers, they kept laughing and they kept being absolutely judgmental, which is very demotivating always. But the person did not give up and continue to do it till the point that this person could possibly do it. Now, even if you don't achieve it, it's fine. At the end of the day, it depends where the satisfaction is coming from, because ultimately the same peers who were judging actually some of them got inspired. I mean, I don't know all of them or not, because that's as much as I could comprehend
Yeah.
from the story. But while there were definitely so many people who were judging in the big, not people, I know that was a penguin, but yeah, I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
real same peers who are judging you also get inspired, because when they see you become a thing, because he was on TV. So I mean, I think there's so many thought, it's so much food for thought within this one single small video, that it's too much. But yeah, that's primarily what I think it had to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we have something in the chat. Sometimes in our life, we always try to make the impossible as possible without caring about whatever maybe the circumstances. Absolutely right. And I think why why I wanted to show this in this session is because Jyoti, yeah, do you want to say something?
Yes. एक्चुअली इसमें थोड़ा सा ये भी फील हो रहा है कि जैसे वो पर्सन इतना ज्यादा मतलब अपने पैशन को लेके आगे है कि वो उसके बारे में ड्रीम भी कर रहा है, और समवेयर वो मतलब अपने ड्रीम्स में भी वो यही देख रहा है कि लोग उस पे हंस रहे हैं, और एट द एंड जो मुझे समझ में आया, आई थिंक स्टिल कॉलिंग मी क्रेजी, और लाइक ही वाज क्रेजी ट्राई क्रेजी एफर्ट, मतलब एट द एंड भी उसको किसी ने समझा नहीं, एंड ही वाज अगेन वाचिंग आउटसाइड कि हाँ भाई लोग अगेन एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, अपनी लाइफ में हंस रहे हैं, किसी को कोई फर्क तक नहीं पड़ा कि वो कहाँ पे पहुंच गया। तो मतलब उसने अपना हाई अटेम्प्ट ट्राई किया, तो ये शायद हम रियल लाइफ से भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि जब हम अपने किसी गोल अचीवमेंट की तरफ जाते हैं तो समटाइम्स हर कोई हमें पॉजिटिवली एंकरेज नहीं करता, तो पॉजिटिव कंपैरिजन में हमें नेगेटिव एंकरेजमेंट बहुत मिलती है, और समटाइम्स हम उसकी वजह से स्लीपलेसनेस की प्रॉब्लम बहुत ज्यादा हम लोगों को होती है कि हम ड्रीम्स में भी
Absolutely,
देखते हैं
yeah.
कि हाँ लोग हंस रहे हैं, या फिर हमने कोई स्टूपिड एफर्ट किया है जिसका अगेन कॉन्सिक्वेंस यही निकल के आता है। सो दिस इज
Absolutely,
मेरे को
yeah.
जो लगा,
Thank you so
so
much
I
for
can
sharing
connect.
that. Yeah. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing that. We do have a few chats.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello, Sonia.
Yes, go
This,
ahead.
yeah, this is Shalvani.
Yeah.
So I feel that as human being, whenever we are trying to achieve any goal or anything, there will be always some negative thoughts inside ourselves also. It's not always external, that inside our thoughts also, as we
Yeah.
always say that we have two minds, one good, one bad. So there will be some negative thoughts in our minds always, that but we have to prioritize that what is our dream. And if we are dedicated, and if we have the passion, and if we have the willpower, I think nothing can stop us. and and
Absolutely.
we
Yeah.
and we can achieve our goal somewhere or the other, and we can be the inspiration for others as well, I feel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So, okay, quickly coming to, the chat. I thought I was trying to become someone I'm not. One should understand that I am one of a kind. Don't be like someone else. Absolutely. Okay. Call me crazy, but I am me, and who will laugh today will follow tomorrow. Okay. Don't try to copy anyone. Toxic positivity. Okay. Wow. I would love to understand your explanation on this aspect. LJ. LJ. Yeah. So yeah, you can unmute yourself if you want to, or you can put it up in the chat, whatever you're comfortable with.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what I wanted to say was like penguins are not meant to fly.
Yes.
So
Thank you. I was just going to come to that point. Thank you. Yes.
so there is a lot of um, talk about positivity, motivation, all of that. So I mean, everyone goes behind it. The entire world goes behind it. So you also go behind it. You try. And there are a lot of expectations set by the society that you have to be a particular way.
Yeah.
And that is what everyone runs behind. You also run behind that, thinking that, maybe that is what is your calling, or that is what you have to do. But you try your entire life for that, and you are, I think the last scene was mostly he was in the hospital, almost kind of deathbed kind of situation.
Yeah.
And then when he looks out, okay, what I understood is that he sees the next generation or the smaller penguins trying to do the same thing, the
Right.
same mistake that he committed. it's being done by the next generation again, and the cycle continues.
Right.
So he's lying there, but still there is in the last part, there's a bit of, what do you say, again, that positivity kind of thing, a kind of gleam in his eyes. So it's
Right.
more or less like, maybe if only I could try one more time, maybe
Yeah.
I could also do it. So it's just the positivity taken to the heights.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
it's all about, it's nothing wrong with you. God made you as a penguin,
Absolutely. Yes.
not as any other crow,
Yes.
or any other bird who could fly. But since the entire world is doing that, you also try to follow that.
Yeah.
And you waste your entire life focusing on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
true. Thank you so much for that, because that was an absolutely wonderful, perspective, something that I'm sure a lot of us didn't think about. I'm actually working on a paper called Toxic Positivity right now. So thank you so much for this, because it did give quite, an amazing perspective on, how it, even positivity can be bad sometimes, too much positivity. But, what we're trying to kind of put that into perspective is that, imagine if we kind of failed the first time and just started cribbing about it and just gave up the first time, right? So I'm sure all of us have failed at some point in our life, right? But imagine if we just sat with that and we just cribbed about that, we wouldn't be where we are here today, right? So when you think about, it's so much more important to detach from that failure and then move on. Okay, so when you detach from your negative thoughts, where you waste so much energy on, where you waste so much time on unnecessary time, okay, when you detach from that, move on to becoming something that's more productive for you, and firstly for you, maybe not for the society as much, but mainly for you, because we rarely do things for ourselves today. So yeah, that's something that I wanted to kind of bring into perspective, that it's so important for us to detach from our failures. We're not failures. Just because we failed in at some point in our life does not make us failures. Okay, just because somebody told us that we don't look good, or something's wrong with our face, or something's wrong with our whatever, does not mean we're bad. Okay, so it's so important to try, but also stay grounded in reality, right? If something's not meant for you, it will not happen regardless. Okay, so important to stay grounded in reality, because we all talk about sugarcoating, and it becomes very toxic, as LJ rightly said. It does become very toxic, and it's so important to draw that line, right? So okay, thank you so much for that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play the video once again, because we did speak about playing it again for better interpretation. If you have any other questions or any other perspectives, you can maybe look at the same video from a different perspective. It's just like how you look at a film multiple times and you don't get bored of it. Okay, so it's just looking at a film from different perspectives. So okay, I'm going to play. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I hope that you guys watched the video with a new interpretation or a new perspective. Anyone else wants to share anything that kind of just popped in your mind? Determination to achieve something. Yeah, but it's so important to know when to kind of involve yourself in something, and then you should know when to back off, when it's not working, right? But yeah, always stay determined and motivated to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And especially when people tell you things that you can't do it, please go and do it. Okay, so just a small thing that I want to share is that I had this research guide when I was doing my master's back in the day, and she did not like me because I was not from the same religion and the same place wherever she was from. Okay, so she was very partial towards people who could speak her mother tongue, her native language. And that was super annoying because you're an educator and this is what you're basing your partiality on. I mean, really? Anyway, but so 15 minutes before my final viva, she told me that, hey, like your research is good, but you're not going to make it, and you're not going to be able to publish it. And she told me this on my face directly. And as much as I wanted to beat the crap out of her, I cried like for like a couple of seconds just before going into the Viva room. I killed my presentation, and the external examiner told me that why have you done so much work, because you can actually make 2 papers out of this one research that you've done. And yeah, and then I went ahead and published my paper in 2 separate journals, which was UGC indexed and Scopus indexed. Yeah, so if people tell you something that you can't do, please don't listen to them. Okay, and please be more determined to achieve that then. Okay, so yeah, anyone else, anything else, do you want to share anything else? Please, go ahead. Or you can feel free to put it on the chat, or you can unmute yourself, whatever is comfortable. Or we can just move on. Yeah. Okay, so this is a little theoretical. Okay, this is how we detach from our thoughts. Okay, so I'm just going to put everything. Yeah, so this is how we basically detach and diffuse from our thoughts. Okay, now you can use this in your routine life as well. Okay, if this does not work on you, we do have an activity, after this, so don't worry. So first you observe, right? So when we first start observing, you actually understand that, okay, if I'm feeling, I feel that I'm not good looking enough. I'm just taking a very simple example because I'm sure we've all felt this way. Okay, so just having the thought of, okay, I don't think I'm, I feel good today, or I don't feel like I look good today. Okay, so maybe observing, taking a step back, observing that, okay, this is the thought that I'm having. Okay, the thought of observing, so we are just observing that it's just a thought. Okay, and then you go ahead and diffuse your thoughts, which is don't take that thought seriously. Okay, if it's a negative thought, and when you think about it rationally, you understand that there is no basis of this thought. Okay, if somebody tells you you can't do this, doesn't mean you can't really do it unless there's a logical explanation. Okay, the penguin thought he could do it, but there was no logical explanation as to why he could, right? Because penguins can't fly, right? So don't take that thought seriously. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's hypothetical and ideal, but hey, let's start from somewhere, right? Yeah, so don't take that thought seriously. That's when you detach from that thought. You're not really paying too much attention to it. The fact that, okay, somebody called you ugly, okay, like whatever, I'm not going to take it seriously because it's not going to matter to me. Okay, and next is diffusing images. Okay, so the reason why we diffuse images is because it's so important that we as human beings, and this is very common, and this is based on research, it's not like I'm saying it, but as human beings, we tend to think, and we tend to memorize things in our heads in the form of visual content. Okay, so when we diffuse images, that is like the deeper level of functioning of just detaching from that particular emotion or that feeling or that thought. Okay, so when we diffuse images, okay, so when somebody calls you, or when you say that, okay, I'm having a bad hair day, okay, you can take a shower or comb your hair. Okay, and you won't have a bad hair day anymore, right? And but the image that's in your head, which makes you feel that, okay, I'm still having a bad hair day. Okay, so you need to detach from that, because that's more important. So a very simple example that I've given here, which is very triggering to a lot of people who have body image issues, who have anxiety issues, who have depression concerns. Okay, so a photo of a model or a good looking person can be sometimes very triggering. Okay, like there are so many amazing people who have these makeup videos online, and it's just a click away, right? And then you're like, okay, I can't even do this, but hey, you can do a lot many things that they can't. So and a lot of times we feel that, okay, because I can't do this, I feel that I don't deserve to be loved, or I don't deserve to be treated well, and things like that. And especially working with children, if you've ever worked with children before, this is something that goes on in their head so many times. And sometimes maybe not consciously, but unconsciously, even in our lives, that goes on with us as well. Okay, it might be extremely irrational, but it's so important to be rational in these, moments. Okay, so this is just a very simple way of how we can diffuse our thoughts. Moving on. So this is just another pictorial representation. So the example that they've taken here is I'm stupid. And I'm sure we've all had this thought at some point in our minds where we've done something stupid and we've thought about it and we're like, okay, I feel like I'm really dumb about this. And it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so when you have the thought of I am stupid, okay, so I want you to visualize this. You can close your eyes if you want to. Okay, it's just a little thing. You can close your eyes if you want to. When I'm sure you all are sitting somewhere right now. If you're sitting on a chair or the bed or wherever you're sitting on right now, I want you to close your eyes, or maybe if you don't want to, it's fine, and mentally step back. Okay, so when you're in that situation, okay, when you're in the chaos, when you're in that drama, it might feel a pile of problems, okay, like a mountain full of problems. But as soon as you step back mentally, okay, so that means you start observing it. Okay, so when you have the thought of I'm stupid, you understand that okay, this is just a thought. Okay, and it looks very different when you're on the periphery, or when you're outside of that whole chaos, right? And then I want you to take another step back and you start noticing that this is just a thought and it does not define who you are. Okay, if you're stupid in one aspect of your life doesn't mean you're stupid forever, right? If you failed in one aspect of your life doesn't mean you're a failure, right? So this helps you notice your thoughts, because we see, as human beings, we can't really know when or what filter can we have, can we kind of ingest our thoughts. Okay, so we have negative thoughts and we have positive thoughts, but what we can change, how we look at those thoughts, right? So we can sit and cling on to these positive thoughts, okay, or we can just notice them and understand and be realistic about it, right? So maybe you can just answer to yourself, are you really struggling with these thoughts, or are you simply noticing them? Okay, so this is just a small thing. It's a little mental exercise that you can take away, or you can take back, about how you can just step back, okay, mentally, and notice your thought, or notice your situation from a different perspective. So when you start noticing it from the from the outside, it seems very different. Okay, so I hope that's clear. If there's anything, any questions, anything that you want to share, please go ahead. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Okay, so this is a small activity. Okay, it's called the diffusion activity. You can, so since we're running out of time, I'm just gonna like move a little faster, but this is something that you can take down if you want to. This is not available online. This is something that you can take down. This is something that I've been working for my PhD as well. You can take this down if you want to, if it helps you. And there's a 4-stage activity. Okay, it doesn't have to be time based. It can be time based if you want it to be time based, but it's not generically time based. Okay, so your first the first step is to add a problem statement and add I notice before that. Okay, so for example, very simple example would be, I notice that I'm frustrated because I can't manage my time well. Okay, um, so just a simple example, I'm sure we've all had time management issues. And if you haven't had time management issues, that's great. Please tell me how you guys do that. Okay, so just a simple example, you can make your own problem statement. Okay, statement. Okay, so I notice that I'm frustrated because I can't manage my time well. Okay, so you're noticing it. Okay, moving on is when you label your thought. Okay, so you can't just randomly label your thought. Like I've done this with a lot of youngsters, and they're like, okay, so I can just label it whatever I want. No, you can't randomly label your thoughts like you're naming your cat. Okay, so labeling your thoughts is basically understanding what you're feeling and what you're not. Okay, so this is not to name or stereotypically label anything, but it's just for you to be clear about what you're feeling. Okay, so for me, in this example, it would be I notice that I'm feeling frustrated, so my thought would be labeled as frustration. Okay, I'm frustrated because I can't manage my time well, does not mean I feel like a loser. Okay, so there's a very big difference, right? Even with mental health today, a lot of people use the word sadness and depression so easily without understanding what it really means. Depression is a clinical disorder. Okay, so and people unfortunately don't understand the depth of that. Everybody feels sad, but right, because it's a universal emotion, so everybody feels sad. But that's why it's so important to label your thoughts. Okay, I feel frustrated, but I don't feel inadequate. Okay, I don't feel I might feel irritated sometimes, but mostly I'm just frustrated. Okay, I'm not aggressive about it. Okay, so that's why it's so important to label your thoughts, to have a clear understanding of why you feel or what you feel. Okay, what you feel. Okay, so the third stage is thank you mind. Okay, so thank you mind is a very small concept of just saying just being grateful that you know what you're feeling. Okay, a lot of people don't even know what they're feeling. It's so important to know what you're feeling and to be aware, just as we spoke about triggers in the previous session. So important to understand why you feel what you feel, but more than that, it's important to understand what you're feeling, right? If you don't know that you're feeling frustrated, then there's no point of addressing that. How will you address your frustration, or how will you address your aggression, right? So thank you mind is a little, a small positive concept in this entire activity. When you finally understand what you're feeling, you're like, thank you, at least I know what I'm feeling, because a lot of people out there don't even know what they're feeling. Just to give you a little example, not to scare you off, but there are a lot of people who have um, aggression, like massive aggression. Okay, and who are absolutely physically violent, okay, in their aggression, who have blackout rages. There are times where they would really either hurt themselves or hurt the other person, even to the point of murder, and then not even realize what happened because they had a blackout rage. Okay, because they don't know what they're feeling. They know that they're feeling angry, but they have no idea what's going on in their mind when they have that blackout rage. Okay, so it's so important to just be thankful. And it doesn't even take like half a second to just say thank you mind, right? Okay, so also, finally, there's something called mindful watching. Okay, so mindful watching is, I'm sure you guys know what mindful means and what watching means separately. But mindful watching is not mindfully watching a television series or something, but mindfully watching your situation. Okay, so something that I do, and something a lot of people that I've worked with, that works for them, is that when you want to mindfully watch your situation, think about a role model, or maybe think about someone who's really close to you, or someone who you look up to. Okay, so if I had a breakup, okay, I would be like, okay, what would my mom do if she was in this situation? So my mom is absolutely savage. She's like the typical Indian savage woman. Okay, who would be like, okay, if this guy broke up with you, or if this guy broke up with me, I'm going to go to his house, and I'm either going to talk to him or give him one tight slap. Okay, and trust me, my mom is capable of doing that. But no, please don't go slap anybody. Okay, but just saying, mindfully watching, if you have a role model, I'm sure you look up to a few people. So think about what they would do if they were in your situation. Would they feel as disheartened? Would they feel as negative? Would they feel demotivated? Would they think that this mountain full of problems is actually a pile full or a mountain full? Or would they think of it that, okay, let's just be solution focused instead of being problem focused? Okay, so this is a basic diffusion activity. Yeah, so any questions, any clarifications? Would love to answer your questions if there's anything. And you can take this down. This is something that, if it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't work for you, please get back to me. We will figure out something else as well. But yeah, so anybody else wants to share anything, or any perspectives, any opinions, any comments before we kind of move on? Okay, so before we conclude, I know we just have like 4 more minutes, but before we conclude, this is something that I want to share with you all, that when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. And I'm sure all of you have heard of this, and all of you have, seen this or maybe read this somewhere. But yeah, just to kind of put that into perspective, I have a little metaphor, if that's okay with you guys. So when you have a glass, okay, I'm sure all of you have seen a glass. Now when that glass is full, right, what happens? You try putting more liquid, there's no point because it'll overflow and it'll go to waste, right? But when that glass is maybe half full, or maybe empty, completely empty, and then when you try putting more liquid, it gives the glass more potential to hold more liquid, right? Similarly, uh, our minds and our bodies are the glass. Okay, so when we're so full of our thoughts and emotions, whether it's negative or positive, so full of our past and so full of so many different chaotic things, it's difficult for more things to come into our lives, right? It's difficult for us to see what our um potential could be, right? But if we start letting go of these thoughts and letting go of these especially negative thoughts, letting go of these past experiences, okay, so letting go does not mean absolutely forget your past experiences. Please don't ever forget where you come from, okay, because that's what makes you who you are. Okay, so yeah, so letting go of these thoughts and letting go of these negative emotions helps you find, I'm so sorry, helps you find more space, okay, so that you can actually invite more experiences to come, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. Even if it's negative, you can learn from them, right? It's always a lesson. So yeah, this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys before we close. Any questions, any feedback, anything that you want to ask, please go ahead. Also, yesterday all of you did not fill the feedback form, so the people who did not fill the feedback form will not be eligible for the certificate as per the moderators. So I'm just putting the feedback form link in the chat. And if you don't have any questions, you can please feel free to fill the feedback form. We can give you guys a couple of minutes. Yeah, but feel free if you have any questions, anything you want to share, please go ahead.
I think there is no more question, I believe, because there is no question in chat box and there is no one is unmuting. So I feel there is no
Sure.
more question today.
I think we'll give them about 3 to 4 minutes to fill the feedback form, and then we can end the meeting, I think.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, we will post the feedback in this link on the group as well, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. That's good. I think that sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, everyone, for joining for second day as well. And I hope you continue to join the next 4 days. And I think you guys are enjoying as much as I'm enjoying this. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. We'll meet you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye-bye.